Here's how to be yourself. What they're actually telling you when they tell you just be yourself is they're telling you don't pretend to be someone else. Don't pretend to be someone stronger, faster, wiser than you actually are. And more importantly, don't pretend to promise them things which you're not actually prepared to provide. Don't mismanage their expectations so that they expect of you who you actually are as you're demonstrating to be is what they can expect in the future, because they will hold you to it. If you ever had the problem of trying to be yourself and you've had the thought, why would I want to be myself? I'm not interesting, compelling, or valuable enough to be myself. I'd rather be more interesting, more compelling, more attractive to other people. So I'm going to pretend to be someone else with other people. Or if you ever had the thought, why would you ever want to be yourself? Yourself is boring. And so what I want to do is I want to turn your paradigm of how to interact and interface with people on its head. I'm going to upset the notion of pretending to be confident or appearing to be confident or pretending to be yourself when you're not actually yourself, or pretending to be someone else, someone more compelling or interesting. I'm going to upend that and show you a better way to interact and interface with people. I'm Ron John. I am a relationship consultant of 13 plus years. I'm the head trainer at Great Relationships University. I'm the owner of the #1 top Tantra therapy in the United States. And I'm the author of Relationships 101. What I want to show you in this video are 3 parts, actually 4 parts. Number 1 is I want to show you what they mean when they say be yourself, what it means to be yourself. Number 2 is I want to show you how you can make no effort and why you should make no effort on trying to impress other people. Number 3 is I want you to learn the first thing you have to consider whenever you're interacting and interfacing with other people that makes you completely attractive and compelling and interesting. Do you want to be interesting? Do you want to be compelling? And do you want to make it so that you're compelling and interesting while making no effort whatsoever? I'll show you how to do that. And the 4th thing I want to show you is I want to give you a call to action. What thing you have to do right now after this video so you can put all of this information into fruition. Before I begin the training, I want to introduce you to our sponsor, BlockFi. BlockFi, if you think of a savings account for your currency, US dollars for example, and for your Bitcoin, which gives you 6 to 8% return on your investment. Whatever you put into the savings account, you get 6 to 8% of that. What are banks giving you right now on your savings account? 0, 0.2, maybe 1, maybe 2% at the most. Certainly not 2% in this economic climate. Well, this bank gives you a higher percentage on your Bitcoin, and they have a credit card they just came out with, which gives you 1.5% not APR, 1.5% cash back on your Bitcoin in Bitcoin format. And they give you $250 free cash after spending $3,000 on your credit card. If you want to find out more about that credit card, if you want to apply for it, see the link in the description of this video. So the training goes, first thing, number 1, what is it to be yourself? It is being yourself. What they're actually saying, what they're telling you is don't pretend to be someone else, because we're going to hold you to it. Don't pretend to be someone who's stronger, faster, better, more intelligent than who you actually are, because it's off-putting. Because if we discover that you are not actually who you are promising yourself to be, maybe you didn't say, I promise I'm going to be this person. Maybe you don't say those words exactly, but what you're actually doing is you're managing their expectations so that what they're expecting of you is that you're going to be continually demonstrating you're the kind of person who you demonstrated you are to be at the outset. In other words, in the beginning of your communicating with that person, they're going to hold you to whoever you pretended to be in that moment. And when they discover that you're not actually that person, they will feel betrayed. They will feel dishonored, and all they ask from you is this. All that people are asking from you when you're communicating with them is, I want you to just give me some respect, and I want you to give me enough honor so that I don't feel betrayed when I discover that you're not actually the person who you are pretending to be. I would rather you be yourself. Because number one, I don't have to manage expectations as to is this person who they actually are saying that they are? Or can I just trust that this person is actually who they are? That's what. Hold on one second. Bixby is always imagining that I'm summoning her. Okay, so what they want to do is they want to feel the honor and respect that they don't have to manage expectations, that you're not actually the person that you're communicating to be. They would rather just rely on the communication you're providing. And people, especially women, have evolved this mechanism where they can really tell when someone is putting effort into demonstrating who they are. When you put effort into demonstrating who you are, what it tells them is that you're actually pretending. So that's what I want to go over on the third tip. But let's go over the second tip. Second tip is the more effort you put in to trying to impress other people, the less impressive you actually are. Trying to impress is the exact opposite, the opposite of doing impressive things. So people can really tell when you're trying to impress, and it's off-putting. Do you require confidence when you interact with other people? You know, they've told you that, hey, you should show up confident. You should appear confident. You should puff your chest. You should sound intelligible. You should sound like you know what you're doing. Especially in sales, they say, you know, confidence transfers, and your confidence about the product transfers. So you have to appear confident so that you can make the sale. I want to encourage you to never try to be confident. Go into interactions without requiring your confidence. In fact, what I want you to do instead is I want you to have something which you always have had. And what you always have had is something called self-confidence, except that most people don't know what self-confidence is. Confidence, remember, is what you know to be true, what you can rely upon to be true. Something you can always rely upon to be true is your experience about yourself. When you don't pretend to be someone else, when you don't pretend to have the experience which you don't have, in other words, when you are not bolstering or aggrandizing your confidence, you are simply confident in communicating that which you have experienced, which is your own experience about the world, then this is what confidence is. Putting no effort is confidence. When you put no effort, and the only effort you put in, when you don't try to impress, and all the effort you put in is simply communicating your experience of the world, then you are compelling, you are attractive. And that is what it is to be number 3. Number 3 is I want you to consider yourself first. I want you to honor yourself, and to honor yourself is to hold yourself in high regard. High enough regard that you wouldn't need to pretend to be someone else, that yourself is sublimely enough. And here's what you empower other people to do. What you empower other people to do is to be themselves. And that is what they desperately want from people. What they desperately want is not interacting with other people who are constantly pretending to be someone else, constantly trying to impress, constantly seeking for their validation. What they're desperately wanting to do is having to interact with people who they can be themselves with. And the only way they can be themselves is if the other person is themselves. Because you're being yourself, and you're being sublimely comfortable about yourself, empowers and inspires other people to be themselves around you. Before I go over the call to action, I want you to visit a couple of very helpful resources. Number 1 is I want you to go to Amazon and check out the book Relationships 101 by Ron John, Ronejohn, and that will show you how relationships have come to be, and that'll give you tremendous confidence about relationships and how relationships occur in the dynamic of you and other individuals. Number 2 is I want you to visit greatrelationshipsu.com. That's the letter U.com. Great Relationships U, or Great Relationships University, is 21 plus hours of on-demand video training that will help you with your psychological enlightenment, your social dynamic skills, your communication strategies, and your relationships management skills. All very important in your having success with your relationships with other people, both personal and professional. And my call to action for you today is I want you to write down for yourself what it is you actually want. What it is you want in your life. What is your vision for yourself? What do you like in other people? What is it that you want? What kind of relationships do you want? I want you to write those down because those things develop your confidence. Because confidence requires your self-confidence is completely sublimely attractive and compelling to other people and very, very interesting. Like they say, you don't need to pretend to be someone else because someone else is already taken, but you're not taken. You are completely unique. You have completely unique experiences. And that is very, very interesting. So, to develop your self-confidence, you have to truly know yourself. You have to truly know what you can rely upon to be true. What are your thoughts about this video? Tell me what you like, what you dislike, what you like about yourself, what you like in other people, what you want in your life. Share that in comments below. And also, what do you think about how being yourself? How do you like to be yourself? And if you feel you'd like to reciprocate by providing you this value for free, I would love for you to click the like or the heart and the heart button on this video. Share this video with other people who might enjoy being themselves. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel so you can see more of my videos that I do every day. I'll talk to you on the next video. Bye-bye.